Yes, Lieutenant, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead. We got you live.
We got you live.
Okay. Hi, Lieutenant Andrew Badel with the Topeka Police Department, B-E-I-G-H-T-E-L.
Okay, tell us what happened, sir.
About 10:50 this morning, officers responded to this area and referenced a call for assistance. What had happened was that one of the Topeka police officers saw the maroon vehicle stalled out in the parking lot, or the intersection, I'm sorry. And when she went to render aid and assist the motorist, the KHP officer stated that he had just tried to stop that vehicle, but they had fled from him and refused to stop. So
then what happened?
As they were dealing with the vehicle and the occupants of the vehicle behind us, another vehicle came up, and the occupants of this vehicle tried to flee and get into the secondary vehicle, which is further down the road. As officers tried to intervene and stop the suspects or subjects from escaping, the officer and trooper were drugged from the other vehicle, and officers had to fire their firearms to get the vehicle to stop and make sure nobody else got hurt.
How are they drugged? How are they dragged? I mean, were they caught somehow, or what?
I'm not sure. That will all be within the investigation as it unfolds.
So how many people were shot, and who's been injured? And
one person was shot. Their condition, they were taken from here to area hospital via AMR. Their condition is unknown at this time.
And then how many officers ended up shooting? I'm confused. The car was there, disabled, in the middle of the intersection. Who pulled up originally? Was it a Topeka police officer?
Yes.
And then as the Topeka police officer is talking to them, a highway patrolman pulls up and says, I was trying to chase him or pull them over.
He tried to stop them earlier, but they refused to stop.
Okay.
And heard the radio traffic, and that's how.
Second car pulled up. These documents, 3 of them? How many was in there that tried to get out?
Two.
2 of them tried to get into that other vehicle.
Yeah.
And then the 2 officers, a highway patrolman and a Topeka police officer, were reaching inside. Do you know?
That's unknown at this time, but they were drugged by the second vehicle.
Okay, and both officers fired their weapons?
No, just one.
One, and was that the highway patrolman that fired the weapon?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And struck the driver. It was the driver that struck. How many times was the
unknown
driver
at
shot?
this time.
And the car ended up crashing, or?
Yes, down further on down the road.
Okay.
Okay, so further on down this street, the car crashed.
Yes.
Did the all occupants of either vehicle know each other, or is it just happen?
Unknown at this time. Again, that will all be sorted out throughout the investigation.
Lieutenant, the car that crashed, was that the second vehicle that had come up in which the other people were trying to get into from the disabled vehicle?
It sounds like it, yes.
And that's the one that crashed down the road?
Yes.
And that's the one that dragged the officers too?
Yes.
So this one here was in bad shape then? It couldn't move?
No, I don't know if it was stalled out because of the ice or an engine issue, but it was sitting in the middle of the intersection.
But this one was the one that the trooper was originally following or wanting to stop, correct?
Yes, but they refused to stop, and the trooper did not chase them due to the icy conditions and everything.
Okay, give me a breakdown on men, women, male, female, all males. What are we talking about here?
Females in this vehicle, and 1 male in the other vehicle.
Okay, 2 females in that one.
Yeah.
And 1 male in the one that was.
Yeah. And again, this is all preliminary information. This is just the information we got right off the bat, so things will unfold later on.
Conditions of the officers. Say what's that?
They are they're not majorly hurt or anything like that.
How far were they drugged, would you say?
Unknown.
From here to where the car ended up?
Unknown at this time. Again, that's going to come out in the investigation.
But as for their injuries, you don't know what the injuries are?
Nothing severe. They did go to the hospital to get checked out.
But they had to fire because why?
Not only the officers' lives were in danger, I believe one of the other females from this vehicle was also being drugged as well.
3 people were being drugged by this vehicle.
Again, that's the initial information is yes.
And
that would be the 2 officers and the female, correct?
Initial information, yes.
And the police officer was the female police officer, right, that was there, or can you say?
There was a police officer and a highway patrol officer.
What about we heard some people got out the car and ran. Is that true? And are you looking for them still?
There were the people that did flee from the secondary vehicle have been caught and are being questioned at the law enforcement center.
Okay, so this crime scene then is pretty much wrapped up. In other words, you're not looking for anyone else.
Correct. There is no outstanding subjects in the public. We do not have any information that the public is in any danger.
So they took 2 people, 1 female and 1 male, in custody, and the male was the one that was driving that second vehicle.
Initially, it sounds like so, yes.